All right, let's talk about something that can transform your software releases from these, nail-biting, all-hands-on-deck emergencies into, well, just another Tuesday. We're diving deep into mastering automated deployment pipelines. The goal here is pretty simple, to make every single release day feel less like a fire drill and more like a victory lap. But first, let's just get real for a second. Why are software releases so often just chaotic and filled with anxiety? You know that feeling, right? The late nights, the frantic debugging, that little pit in your stomach when you're worried that one tiny mistake could bring the whole system crashing down. It's a pain point so many of us in this field know all too well. And really, all that stress, it boils down to this fundamental conflict, what I like to call the deployment dilemma. You've got the old way, the manual way, which is just a minefield of human error. It leads to slow releases, environments that never quite match up, and rollbacks? Oh man, they are a risky manual nightmare. But then there's the new way, the automated way. This brings consistency, incredible speed, and reliability. It's a system where every single action leaves a clear audit trail. That's the dilemma we're here to solve today. So that brings us right to the solution, automation. This is where the deployment pipeline really steps in and becomes the hero of our story. And look, this isn't just about running a few scripts here and there. It's a complete mindset shift in how we think about delivering code.
So what in the world is an automated deployment pipeline? Well, at its core, it's a series of automated steps. It takes a build that we already know is good, it's passed its tests, it deploys it, it verifies that the deployment actually worked, and this part is absolutely critical. It automatically handles the rollback if anything goes wrong. The goal is super clear. Move code into production safely and repeatedly without a human ever having to touch it.
Now, you always hear CI and CD thrown around in the same sentence. Let's quickly clear up the difference because it's important. The best way to think of it is like a factory. Continuous integration, or CI, is your assembly line. It builds the code, tests it, and packages it all up into a finished product. We call that an artifact. Continuous delivery, or CD, that's the logistics network. It's the fleet of trucks that takes that finished artifact and gets it safely to your customers by deploying it, verifying it, and releasing it. Our pipeline is the powerful engine that drives that entire delivery process. And this leads us to the absolute golden rule of deployment. Build once, deploy everywhere. This idea is so crucial. You create one single unchangeable package, maybe it's a Docker image, and that exact package gets promoted through every single environment. You don't rebuild it for staging. You don't rebuild it for production. This is how you guarantee that what you tested is precisely what you release. Okay, so what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's follow a single change, just one line of code, and trace its entire automated journey from the moment a developer hits commit all the way to production. So a typical pipeline kicks off the second that code is committed. That triggers the CI process to build and test it. If that passes, the artifact is automatically deployed to a dev environment for some initial tests. If it passes those tests, it gets promoted to staging for even more rigorous checks. And only if it passes everything there does it finally get deployed to production. You see, each step is an automated gate that has to be passed before the code can move on. Let's just quickly break down what these environments are for. Dev is for that super early stage development and integration testing. QA or test is where your more formal quality assurance will happen. Staging is the really crucial one. It should be a near perfect mirror of your production environment for that final verification. And then, of course, you have production, the live environment where your users are. The best practice here, use the exact same pipeline logic for every single one, just with different configurations. But a pipeline isn't just some mindless conveyor belt pushing code forward. No, it's all about balancing speed with control. And that's where deployment gates come in. Think of these as automated quality checks built right into the pipeline. Things like unit tests, security scans, performance tests, you name it. For a big production release, you might even have an optional manual approval gate just to make sure a human gives that final thumbs up. So once you've got the basics down, you can start to play with some really powerful advanced strategies. Let's talk about how modern teams are mastering their rollouts, their rollbacks, and this really cool practice called GitOps to get incredibly fine-grained control over their releases. Right, so not all deployments are the same, and picking the right strategy is all about managing risk. A rolling update is pretty common, but it has a medium risk level as you're replacing old instances one by one. For much lower risk, a blue-green deployment is fantastic. You deploy your new code to a completely separate, identical environment, and then you just flip a switch to send traffic to it. Easy. And for the lowest risk of all, the canary release. This lets you test the waters by sending the new code to just a tiny subset of users first, so you can monitor for any issues before you go wide. And this level of control flows perfectly into the idea of GitOps. Just think of your Git repository as the ultimate source of truth for your entire system. It declaratively defines exactly how everything, your infrastructure, your applications, should be. The pipeline's only job then is to make sure that the live environment perfectly matches what's defined in Git. It's that simple. But what happens when things go wrong? Because, let's be honest, sometimes they do. This is where automated rollbacks become your most important safety feature. If a post-deployment check fails, let's say the error rate suddenly spikes, the pipeline has to be smart enough to instantly and automatically revert to the previous stable version. A good rollback is never an afterthought. It has to be fast, it has to be fully automated, and above all else, it has to be safe. So all of these technical strategies, all these best practices, they're all working towards one thing: the ultimate payoff. And this isn't just about cool tech for engineers. This is about delivering real, tangible business value. First, let's talk about what not to do. These common anti-patterns will completely sabotage your automation efforts. Please avoid manual deployments to production. Don't create separate environment-specific builds. That breaks our build once rule. Never, ever operate without a clear, automated rollback plan. Always have post-deployment checks to verify that things are actually working. And of course, deploying untested artifacts is just asking for trouble. If any of these sound familiar, you're leaving a ton of value on the table.
So what is that value? What are those benefits? Well, they really touch every part of the business. Automation leads to way faster, more frequent releases. It dramatically reduces downtime and lowers your failure rates. And what does that do? It boosts developer productivity because they're not constantly putting out fires. And all of this leads to the most important metric of all: building greater trust with your customers.
Let's wrap up with this key takeaway. It honestly is this simple. If you master automated deployment pipelines, you are, by definition, mastering production-grade continuous delivery. It is the core skill that separates the high-performing teams from everyone else. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Is your current deployment process a safety net that empowers your team to innovate without fear? Or is it more like a tightrope, where every single release feels like one step away from disaster? The choice to automate is yours. Thanks for tuning in.